Great amount of muscle.
Fit for a comeback.
Solid.
Even
Look
when
at
he was
that.
at his peak, he was not worthy.
Never, I
But
know.
look at him right
So
now.
forget. But body doesn't make, na? Then I'll make that guy who's in the YouTube videos who lifts all the weights. Have you seen him?
No.
Always goes dressed in like a cleaner or something. What's his name? He's some Ukrainian guy. So he's not very big or this thing. You should see him. He
Where's
always
that suit?
he wears that cleaner's suit all the time.
Janitor suit.
And he cleans the gym, and then like there'll be like 2 6-feet guys, muscular, this big muscles lifting heavy weight. So he'll clean and he'll say, "Can I remove it?" They'll look at him. Weight dekh raha hai, remove it. So okay, sure. He'll go lift it in one hand, put it down, and you have to see the reaction of these big 6 feet, like some of these black guys and some white guy. This guy's thin, short, but he's a strength trainer. So he really trains, but you can't make out. He's short in height and really lean muscle, but has immense amount of strength. He lifts like those kind of weights. Some of them do these like 10, 12 plates of that, what do you call
Weights,
that? No, what is that?
The bar.
No.
Deadlift.
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 So they're doing it. He goes, lifts it with one, then puts it on the side. You see him, he does a lot of these videos. So he's a strength trainer. So that way though I'll make him play. But can he get runs? on a windy, cloudy evening in Nottingham, will he be able to get runs?
Or on those dust bowls in Indore, Ahmedabad.
Or those rank turners.
In former Chepok.
Former Chepok, you cannot. Anyway, coming back to the game, sorry for a digression. We were just discussing something before the game started. Continued with that absolute random rubbish discussion. India batting for the second time, 81 for 3. And this game has been topsy-turvy, even though you'd have to say that India are pretty much on top right now, but still topsy-turvy because you never know. Even now, it's tough to say where the test match will go. Of course, India with their necks in front, clearly in the lead of this race, but the fact that they're 81 for 3, it's not the situation that a lot of us would have envisioned when Bangladesh was all out, where India could have enforced a follow on. That time it looked pretty good, but once again the Indian top order, even though now the pitch isn't as juicy as it was on day one, yet they have crumbled. Yashasvi Jaiswal, Rohit Sharma and Virat Kohli back in the hut. We'll of course talk about these big guns, their failure, the big controversy that's brewing because of that out or not out of Virat Kohli. First question, because we never got a chance to discuss that. This is something that all of us had seen, no follow on, but now in hindsight, good call, or would you have given a follow on?
It's a good call, but a missed opportunity.
So you would have, if you were captain, follow on?
I would still have not. Because I'm looking at the broader picture. I'm looking at my bowlers trying to get at least 1.5 days of toil later on, plus the short turnaround for the second test also. What is going to be a busy calendar until January. So rest, rotation, everything is going to be there. But I was going for this not follow on, not enforcing the follow on to ensure my batters who are low on confidence get back the confidence.
Exactly my point. That is the reason you wanted to bat, because they get that. Have they got that confidence? We still don't know. Some of them haven't. So now, in hindsight, was it a...
No, I still think it was a good call to not enforce the follow.
I think it was a good call because to be very honest, you want your bowlers to get some rest, and it's a long season now. It's not just about a couple of test matches. Let's say, if India had to play just 2 test matches now and then they had to, play another test match after a gap of 2 months. Perhaps, you would have, probably made that decision of enforcing the follow on now. But now when you know that 10 test matches are almost in succession, you would want your bowlers to get as much rest as you want, because any which ways, India heading into the New Zealand series and also the Border Gavaskar Trophy, you would want these pace bowlers to stay fit. So just keeping in mind the Pacers' fitness, I think it's a good call.
See, at the moment it does seem like a good call, and I think we all, when we discussed, agreed on that they should not enforce a follow on, because there were a lot of other benefits to have had, whether it was batting practice for some of your out of form batters, rest for bowlers, so on and so forth, not really batting last on this pitch. But in hindsight, again, would we say that if India get, let's say, another 80 runs and are all out, That's I'm saying it's a game.
Yeah.
3D
80,
chase.
Still no.
So I don't know. Not every time. Not every time Jadeja and Ashwin will get runs.
Bail you out.
Some days they'll bat like tail-enders or semi-tail-enders or bowling all-rounders also. Na? So I'm just saying, worst case scenario.
Still
Worst case scenario.
Only
Then
was-
Bangladesh chasing that.
You still,
380,
again,
never know.
we explained it enough.
I don't know whether I'm just trying to put some excitement into this test match.
Or words into my mouth.
No, not in your mouth. I'm not saying you to say it.
No, if excitement would have been had India been 81 for 5 or 81 for 6 at this stage, then it would have been said, okay, so Bangladesh obviously, then India would have been 308 for 6, and had and then we would have probably discussed the prediction also that had Bangladesh bowled India, if they bowl India out for like 350 or 360 or an overall lead, then they might just stand a chance. Although Bangladesh haven't really chased more than 300 in any of their in their test history so far, but then an 81 for 6 would have meant that the match is still in balance. But now I feel that India largely hold the advantage.
So you're pretty much saying match is done because Bangladesh never chased 300 plus in their history.
Unless
in the
India-
fourth innings. They already have that lead. So done, dusted, finished.
No, unless India suffer a collapse tomorrow morning, then it's going to be a different thing. But if not, if India play out the first session and they are say,
What's that total that you?
let's say if India 160 for 4 after the first session tomorrow, then I think
See,
the
lead
game
is
gonna be
308.
out.
400 is done. Match
400
finished.
should be okay.
Yeah,
Should
match
be okay.
finished.
Should be okay. 99%.
See,
Yeah,
99%.
you just
Always.
need
Yeah.
India to bat out another session and this match is done and
Yeah,
dusted
absolutely.
100%. 100% there.
Which I think India should with 7
Yeah,
wickets in
exactly.
hand.
Should be
Even
Because
if you have a collapse.
That one session again tomorrow, you're looking at those 25-27 overs, first 2 hours of play. Even if you were to lose 3 wickets, you're still looking at another 80 runs being scored, 70 to 80 runs. Again, you need India to come out, bat another 15 overs, and then that declaration can also come in. The moment it's past 400, and let's not be.
I don't think they'll declare now, no matter how far they
you've
go.
got a lot of time.
Lot of time.
lot of time. But right now, I'm just thinking: was the purpose fulfilled of the declaration?
That we'll get to.
To which the answer right now is no. Because see, if your tail is to again bail you out, if your lower middle order batters in Ravichandran, Ashwin and Jadeja to score runs again or the bulk of the runs from this point as well, then the purpose behind this declaration would not then have sufficed.
No, but it's too early to say that because I'll tell you why. I mean, the counter argument is maybe it has because Gill is still batting.
Exactly.
He's the guy who wanted him to score
exactly.
runs.
So you're looking at
KL is
just
still
2
coming.
batters. Exactly. You're
KL
looking
is
at 2
still
more batters. However, the other 2 that you were
Correct.
more keen about.
But there was no way of predicting that everything that I want to achieve will be achieved.
Agreed.
So even if
Largely.
you achieve some.
So that's right now it appears as if it's a decision which has not gone the way that you would have liked because the 2 key batters who did not play the Duleep Trophy also did not get runs right now.
Sure, we'll
And
get to
they
that.
were 2 of the 4 batters you wanted to get enough game time.
No, but if a Gill has to get a lot of runs or a KL goes on to get runs, so part of your thing is-
Semi-justified, yeah.
is done. Anyway, that we'll get to. Let's. I think match is a very little chance for
Bidesh.
Bangladesh from here. Even though they've shown spots of some good form, but I think it's their insipid batting that has really let them down and has totally taken them out of this test match. It had to be a minor miracle from them to win the test match from here. Exceptional bowling, dismissing India under 400 and then even chasing that down. It seems a far cry at the moment.
Yep.
India's batters, before we talk about their performance, that Virat Kohli decision to be out, pretty strange one. At the end, Snickometer suggesting a nick. Thoughts?
Yes, see, on first glance, the same issue happened, okay? Ball just spun in.
Hint.
A hint, okay? Kohli tried to work it across the line, plumb in front. There was no doubt that it was plumb LBW, okay? Hitting the stumps, in line, impact, everything. But the confounding thing is, and I want everybody's opinion on this, when you're batting, can't you hear the edge, whether you have edged the ball or whether you have hit it onto the pad? Cannot any batsman ever figure it out? or
At times
can't
it
they
can
hear?
happen. At times.
Is it because of the sound? Is it because
Absolutely.
it's too
Again,
faint?
it's a
the thing?
faint at Siddharth. You look at the Snickometer
It's very
as well.
faint,
It doesn't
yeah.
show like a huge snick over there that the snickometer projects. It's not a huge deviation on that line that you see.
So-
it's a slight one. And see, those faint edges at times, even the umpires don't get to know. But forget that. The batter at times, just because, look at that, it's just a very fine nick on the snickometer. You don't get to know that at times. We've
Yeah.
all played cricket enough to know that at
No,
times
but
batters don't.
he asked me this question before we went live. So, I mean, we've never played at that level, but in all the matches that I've played, whenever I've been out nicked, there's every time I knew that I've nicked the ball. Even though it's been faintest of them, I've always hoped that the umpire doesn't give it out. You know those nick. But heart of heart, I know I've nicked it all the time. But I'm sure, you know, like all experiences can't be same, and there is no question of level of cricket here. You could play at any level. A nick is a nick is a nick. So that's just instinctive. So every time I've nicked the ball, I've known I've nicked it. But who knows? But my question here is more. I don't know why nobody's talking about it. But that nick could also be the bat hitting the ground, because there's no way of knowing at the moment whether there is any daylight. See, usually what happens in this case, which did not happen in the broadcast, is because it wasn't reviewed, so you didn't look at or scrutinize it. But my guess is, assuming Virat had a feeling that it's a nick, or even if it didn't have a feeling, it went to the third umpire. Third umpire would have seen this, but the snick or that snickometer moving is exactly at the same time when the bat is close to the ground. The only way now to establish if it's not, typically what they do is do the magnifying glass bit, where that's magnified and you're shown very closely, and then you can actually see if there is a gap or not.
But doesn't the image on the right project that there
I'm
is
not
a bit of a
100%.
gap?
No, see that could be misleading. See, because there is this dirt at the end of his back which is dark. Plus there are certain parts of the pitch which are dark. There is no way of knowing or distinguishing between.
Look at
Whether
this.
his
If you
bat
are
is
look at
touching the
this.
ground or not.
Yes.
That's what you're saying.
Yeah.
You know, it basically brings me back to that dismissal of Kohli only
Yeah,
in the
see-
2019 ODI World Cup versus Pakistan. Well, it was a pull. He went, he went for that pull shot against
It hit
Mohammad
his
Amir.
helmet, but then he thought it was the glove.
And he was the one who, walked to the pavilion, and then later replay showed that there was no spike at all.
But the kind of shot that he was looking to work it like this.
Yeah.
At that time,
flick,
would
yeah.
the bat
glance,
would
whatever.
have brushed the ground at that moment.
Yeah,
it looks
could have.
highly
Because
unlikely.
Could have.
The kind of shot he was taking.
No, of course
look
it
at this.
can.
You look where his foot is.
Okay.
See, because it's not. If you were to see parallel to this, again, it can't be any beneath this, right? Any lower than this. So there's a bit, the bat is still above the foot. You
No,
see.
but I don't know. I am not able to make a distinction between where the bat ends and where the ground starts, is what I'm saying, because they're identical colors, and the black patches with the ground as well as the. See, all I would say is, see, at the naked eye level, you could see it differently. I could see it differently. That's fine. But I'm saying, if it had gone to the third umpire, 100% we would have known, because they would have magnified it and it would have answered our question much easier, because then that clear distinction would have been there. Either it would look like it's hit the ground or it's not. Right now, how much we zoom in, it's not actually zooming into the picture, it's just zooming in that same image. We need that magnified image to be 100% sure.
Go up. There was an even clearer picture there. Okay, you could see in that left hand side there is a bit of a gap.
No, Siddharth. It's the same image which we were seeing earlier. Go up. The image that we were seeing, Shivam, that image also.
the one that we have. The one that we have.
The one we were seeing.
Go back.
The one we were seeing, that also had the
this
same
one.
thing. See, that also is on the left. There's no way of knowing. You go close to it as much as you want. See, again, you can see it to a naked eye but I can't be 100% sure. It's only, though I must say that the skipper in Rohit Sharma was mighty upset.
Yes.
He was very upset. Again, this begs the question that if there was this uncertainty, and okay, if there is a debate whether, see, to be fair, Virat did not realize the nick, because there is this conversation which you can clearly lip read, where Virat asks Shubman if it's going and hitting. Shubman says yes, seedha hai, it's going. But then Shubman asks him, was there any bat? And Virat says no.
Yeah.
So in Virat's mind, there is no bat. Okay, you can look at it two ways. Either he did not realize it, or probably he knew the sound came from his bat hitting the ground and not the ball. But Virat is asked specifically by Shubman Gill
bat
that
lagaya.
bat, and he says nahi, bat nahi tha.
Yeah, because
So-
you could see his body language, his left arm was pointing towards the wicket, and his only question was whether it's straightening enough or not.
Yeah, we heard that conversation. We heard it, we saw the replays, we heard the conversation. Rohit wasn't happy. But I agree with Rohit. If I was captain, I would have wanted my two guys at that time, even if there was slightest of doubt, to go to the third umpire.
But
Yeah.
onus
Normally
more on the
Virat-
onus more on the batter in this circumstance, right? In
Yes.
such situations,
Yeah.
again, you can't really expect much out of the guy who's on the non-striker
No,
end.
not blaming
He will
him.
not. He will not know.
He-
So the only call he can make is whether it's straightened enough or not.
Which is a right call he made.
Makes exactly.
Yeah.
However, this was more to do, let's say, in any circle, not to do with just Virat Kohli. Only the batter, only the batter can know whether there was the faintest or the thickest of the edges or not.
See, normally Virat is a very impulsive DRS taker. He does it impulsively.
That is the biggest surprise for me.
He didn't do it.
More than the
this
ball
time.
hitting the ground, not ground, Shubman, that Virat didn't go.
We still had 3 reviews. And okay, if it had just come to the bat hitting that spike, the review would have been overturned. The decision would have been overturned, and once again, Mr. Richard Kettleborough is not going to be very popular. He's not going to win a popularity contest here in India because
No, but in his case, he again, if the
Yeah.
batter doesn't know it's edged or not,
Exactly.
he's looked at the ball going and he's raised his finger. You can't blame him
You
like
can't
this.
blame
have-
him, you can't blame
and I think this is a very important part of our discussion, and the reason we're discussing is because I don't think this decision makes too much of a difference to the result of the match.
Yeah.
Maybe that's why it will be forgotten. But this is a very important decision based on what you would want or where you would want Virat Kohli to be. The same decision goes in his favor. He gets an 80 odd or more than that. There's a huge turnaround in him going forward to this season. He gets the required runs under his belt to give him confidence. That's not happened. So now this test match is done. The next test starts. So
Total
the
of-
pressure is only going to increase.
total of 23 runs.
17 and 6.
17 and
Same thing
6.
that I was talking
Yeah,
about.
that's the same one.
Go,
2019.
let's see this image, Shivam.
Yeah.
Let's show it to our viewers as well. It is exactly similar to the 2019 dismissal that Siddharth here was talking about, Gulati in this case.
Old Trafford.
Yeah. So maybe then what this is highlighting, there is an issue with Virat knowing if the ball nicks his bat or not.
Yeah, that is true. I mean, see, a brush, if the ball brushes the glove and it brushes the helmet, as a batter who's played lots of matches, he will know, right? The kind of impact, the kind of vibration, the kind of force. I don't know.
Vishy,
why-
in that case, in Manchester, it did not even brush off the helmet. There was no
He just
spike
walked.
whatsoever.
He just
And he did
walked.
not even review it.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. Is there a problem in this? I really just don't understand. Because here, there was no question of reviews being lost.
Because you're the closest to the ball, you'll hear the nick. You will definitely hear the nick.
Yeah.
Anybody hears it or not, keeper is far away from you, bowler is far away from you, umpire is far away from you, and that's why I told you that slightest of nicks, if I'm batting, if I nicked it, I'll hear it because I'm the closest.
Yeah,
I know that it's gone.
I know. So, but
That's
Virat
why if
does-
somebody gives you out when you've not nicked it, you are upset
Yeah.
because you know you've not. You would be the first one to hear it.
Yeah.
You know when you're guilty and when you're not. So, pretty surprising. In
Very,
India.
very surprising. With 3 reviews remaining and Virat being Virat, how come we didn't review that? True.
Okay, let's now look at beyond that. What's happened is happened beyond that. The dismissals and we're going to in particularly talk about both Rohit Sharma, Virat Kohli, the two big guns. Yashasvi had a good outing in the first innings.
66 runs
Ah.
totally. I didn't look at the Rohit dismissal. I was not there, so somebody else can highlight me the Rohit dismissal.
The
I
ball
just-
Come
actually
to a
bounced
show
off
and
the
say I
track.
did not. You should have checked the highlights. Can't be on the
I was too caught up with the Virat Kohli dismissal. I saw Yashasvi, I saw Virat. I was just caught up with some other voice packaging at that point in time. Sorry.
It's done. Before you enter the show, there are highlights. Always see the
Yeah.
dismissal.
Yeah. So very sorry.
Highly unprofessional.
Sorry
highly.
about that.
A lot of dismissals I also miss. But then I make sure that I see it.
That's
Can't
that's
shake.
an honest man.
Yeah, he's an honest man. No, but he has to be honest because if he's going to faff his way through, he'll get caught.
Yeah, so that's.
If you've not seen it, you will get caught. Or
Exactly.
any one of us will get caught.
Human thing.
It's human.
So that's right.
No, Rohit once again caught out in the slips only.
Slip.
The ball bounced a bit more.
Yeah.
The
Tuscan,
bowler
I
was
think.
Tuscan,
Tuscan.
yeah, who's picked up his, I think, 4th wicket of the day today.
Yeah.
And
In the previous innings, he got out to Hassan Mahmood.
Yeah, exactly. Jaiswal also once again getting an edge. And
Yeah.
then Kohli, we
No,
have-
it was in that corridor
Specifically
also.
Rohit and Virat.
Yeah.
In case of Rohit Sharma, the ball bounced a bit. Obviously, he was left surprised and got an outside edge.
Oh, the
and
ball
straight
will
six, yeah.
bounce. That's the ball's
an
job.
opener,
There was an extra bounce actually.
Yeah, this pitch has got extra bounce.
He will have to prepare in this way for Australia.
Jaiswal also got in the first innings
First innings
extra
bounce.
Yeah.
You know, that's what.
So did Jadeja.
Yes.
Yeah.
So you got to
It
prepare.
hurried on to him.
See, again, I'll go back. Not as a stuck record. Duleep Trophy
Yes.
should have gone.
On a
They
boundary.
played some.
Same bouncier wicket at the Chinnaswamy or
Should
at
have
Anandpur.
played some cricket before coming, sir. This game. See, again, kept saying that Bangladesh is coming. Whatever you want to prepare, you prepare slightly better. Today, let's be honest. Not mincing my words. Today, you are in a comfortable position in a test match, all because of your bowlers.
Yeah.
Let's be honest. The entire thing that has been the case for some time. But today you could sit aram se and you will not get scrutinized that much. The entire top order because of your bowlers, not only with the way they've bowled, but the way they've batted also. They've rescued it in the batting. They've got you enough runs. And bowling, of course, they've been outstanding.
Yes.
That I now will call them transformers, all 5 of them.
Yeah.
Each of them is a superhero, yeah. The way
Th-
they're
this will be a
performing.
lineup we won't forget for a long time because since 2019, first time that we are seeing 3 fast bowlers in an India match.
But your
in
again,
India.
your 2 spinners added to that. This is a group of transformers, a group of superheroes, which has made you this dominant. Which is why you're the number 1 test team in the world. But we are forgetting it, and it is papering over those cracks that are developing in your batting, which no one is addressing. And there was you see the dismissal, the 2 dismissal that Rohit's got. You say it's a good ball, but sometimes it's the way you play, you make the ball look good, right? That's one. Look at the dismissal of Virat Kohli. While we discussed for a long time, could have taken in 3rd umpire's review, this and that. The fact is that there was a technical issue there. The way he should have played that ball, he did not. And it's happened with him with off spinners for some time now. Planting that front foot, allowing that ball to hit you. And KL did the same.
Yeah.
He got caught. But same with Virat. So I think those are things that need to be looked at, need to be worked at. Because whatever said and done, you're going to Australia with a big reputation. Everyone wants you to do well, but once again, you will go there and you will say we are going to be competing, and people will say you will compete, but it will be all down to your bowling.
Yep.
Today, people will take you seriously. You're going there all down to your bowling. I don't think anyone is fearing your batting as much as Indian batting used to be feared at one time.
Yes.
That included a Virat Kohli and a Rohit Sharma. In a certain period, but right now I don't think so.
I'll give you a classic.
Pant could be that one guy that they still would fear.
Yashasvi.
Yashasvi as well.
Yeah, but Yashasvi still hasn't done that much that they will be feared. They may see potential in him.
Yes, fair enough. It's because of the approach that he possesses.
Yeah.
Both him and Pant, the one common thread that's putting the two together or runs through the 2 of them is the fact that they can take on bowlers.
Exactly.
See, when Virat was batting today, against Shakib was flighting the deliveries up. He added a bit more flight and a bit more loop. Kohli just did not show that intent. He hit it straight back to the bowler or he found the fielder.
Yeah.
Okay. Mehdi. Now, why has Mehdi troubled him the most? Because
And not for the first time.
in the Bangladesh series, it
Correct.
was Taijul and Mehdi in 2022. Mehdi, what he does is he gets very subtle off spin.
Yeah.
It's not banana off spin if you look at it. Just doesn't turn a mile. Now what happens is Kohli, if it's too full, he's hesitant to drive. Just prior to the dismissal, they highlighted who has dismissed the most. Virat Kohli when it comes to spin. Nathan Lyon 7 times, Moeen Ali 6 times, Todd Murphy 4 times. What was the 2 common modes of dismissal? Either he was dismissed while driving or he just was unsure of where to play the deliveries to the leg side. Similar case, incoming, peak Virat Kohli could have flicked it. Here, he just missed it. I'll tell you who exposed that weakness to that incoming delivery a lot more. He'll have to blame Jasprit Bumrah for it. Bumrah, remember IPL maiden season.
Yes.
Incoming, Kohli flicked it. Bumrah bowled it wider, slightly wider, got it to deck back in. Kohli tried at same
I
thing.
have not seen, I think it's that initial part of Bumrah's career where I've never seen Virat rattled, and this is the peak Virat against any bowler like he was against Bumrah. I forget which season that is. This is when Virat is at his peak of his powers
2015,
and Bumrah is still establishing himself, and 1 over he bowls to him. Oh man, like Mitchell Johnson could not rattle a Virat Kohli. Jofra Archer, this, that,
Dale
nobody
Steyn.
could rattle him. Jasprit Bumrah did. For the first time I saw Virat, like the
In this
thing is
season
Virat
also.
is, but now I'm saying he's not at the peak of, the thing is Virat is that if someone's trying to be on top of him, he will find a way to get back. In Bumrah's case, he tried, he could not. At the end, he was playing like how some of us will play. When you have no clue, you'll just go, I want to hit him to prove a point, like that.
Yeah.
That's not Virat. He's so sure of his game. He's so sure of his strengths that he can counter. Even if he's on a back foot, he'll find a way to be in front foot. But though that over, I wish I can see highlights.
Maybe it was 15, 16.
2015.
Could have been.
Yeah, it was 15.
That one over, if he can get that entire over, oh my God, he troubled
See,
him.
it also takes me back to that comment of Jay Shah, who said that when he was asked about the fact that why Virat and Rohit are not going to feature in the Dulip Trophy, he said that we cannot really insist on senior players like Virat and Rohit to feature in Dulip Trophy. See,
Which is telling you that they wanted them to, but they cannot tell them.
What I understood from the comment or what I could read in between the lines was that we can't force them, to feature in a tournament.
But we would like them to.
No, it's not like that. It's up to them to decide, what is best for them. We cannot tell them, or we cannot suggest them, as to what you
But
should
clearly
do.
they wanted them to, because otherwise all other 9 players that you see on display right now were playing. If that was the case, that they wouldn't have wanted another couple here and there. So the desire would have been that they too also took part in
I'm
it.
waiting for 2 more innings now. Okay, see, tomorrow, if Shubman and KL, okay, there we can do the comparison of how the guys who played the Dulip and those who didn't play the Dulip fare. Okay, supposing if Gill and Rahul both hit 50s, in the case of Gill, it's a redemption. In the case of Rahul, also it's redemption. Then the point will be further consolidated by the fact that yes, they played Dulip, they know they have gotten back into rhythm, it was necessary. But what if KL and Shubman both fail again tomorrow? Then the whole point about Dulip and not playing Dulip will have a different angle altogether. Because all your top 4, they failed. Pant, middling. Again, Pant also played the first round of Dulip. So all of your top 5, then you will have to again raise the question, would playing Dulip have would have helped? Would it have helped?
There are 2 points.
If everybody fails.
There are 2 points. When Jay Shah said that we cannot insist on them, primarily also because, in countries like England or Australia, same things happens with the player who are senior and they do not really want them to, play domestic cricket more often. Well, first of all, in case of England and Australia, they do have to play domestic cricket before the season starts. Assuming the fact that, if a player is injured or they are coming out, or if someone is coming after a break, they have to play in the domestic cricket to first of all prove their fitness and so as to be in contention for selection for any of the international series that's going to transpire in the future. That's number 1. And number 2, why would you not want to feature in the Dulip Trophy, or why would you not want to feature in any of the domestic tournament prior to any big international season? You can score maybe 15, 20, 25 in across 2 innings, but better to spend some time in the middle. And even if you fail at that time, there's nothing wrong with that. At least you spent some time in the middle, no?
But then see, India's cricketers, see, you cited England and even Australia for that matter.
They have to play.
They have to play,
Yes.
okay? Because they play at a fixed time, okay? There is a cricket season that is there for them, specifically October to, in the case of Australia, October to March. In the case of England, May to September.
Exactly.
Okay? In their home conditions.
Yeah.
But with India, that is not the case. You are playing cricket 12 months, okay? There is no fixed home season, no fixed away season for you. Second, India and all our top order players have been without domestic practice for years. For years, why would they want to break that routine now? Why would they want to come into domestic when the thing that they used in the past, it's worked for them? Yes, we are all saying they should play Dulip because 43-day break had happened. But they had 20-day breaks, 30-day breaks in the past. They never went to domestic cricket.
But that is also because firstly they didn't have such a big break. Secondly, they were playing all formats. They needed rest. Now you have a lot of players, especially your big guns, who are not playing T20 cricket. So why wouldn't you want to play? My point is not what has happened. Okay, things are also not the same. I'll give an example. When Virat Kohli was at his peak of his power, he probably didn't need to play and he was performing. Is he there right now? So what do you want to do? Put yourself, if I am Virat Kohli and I want to, he's so competitive, he wants to be the best in the business. If you're trying to be best in the business, you look at minor advantages. In every sport, they look at what is that one thing, like there's a shooter, he starts, apart from his regular drill, starts practicing in a room which is painted the same way where he's going to be competing in the final. That's such a minor thing. People will say, what is this? Your main thing is to practice shooting, hitting the target. But they go, they paint their existing, they go to the venue where they will be competing, come back to their place, paint that same room the same color so that they feel at home. That's such a minor thing, but it helps them in some way, whatever little way. And that's the difference between winning a medal or not winning a medal, right? They find, you have other athletes that go to a certain climate to train because training can happen in any country, but because it's the same temperature as where you go. So when every sportsman in every sport finds minute things to turn it into their advantage, because those minute things make a difference between winning and losing, why won't cricketers do that?
So you stated that correctly. Virat is not the same anymore. Rohit is not the same anymore. Then what stopped the BCCI when the original diktat was everybody should be made to play? That's why the initial venue was going to be Chinnaswamy.
That's because, as he said, then you can't, okay, BCCI compulsion, some senior players, because of the seniority that you've got, you can't have this. And to be fair, people may like it or not, but that's the truth. You can't have same rules for everyone. And it's not the first time it's happened. You've had senior pros in the past as well that have been allowed a bit of extra leeway, which is fine. It happens. They earned that. They didn't start off like that, right? If you were Sachin Tendulkar, you got a few privileges, that's fine, he earned it. So it's okay what they've done. I'm saying if I was one of them myself, nobody stops me from trying to find a way, right? They also, I'm sure, are working, or when they do a practice, when they're away from the team, they're doing their practice, they'll find different ways. If they had issues with balls going outside the off stump, they practice against those deliveries. They get net bowlers. So they're working on that. We understand that. That's why they are top level athletes. Which is why I said if you're going to get some game time and somebody is organizing it, like, a lot of countries, if forget India, a lot of players where they may not have Duleep Trophy and so forth, they go and play some local club matches. Now, what do? I need some game time. Nets I can do. They go play local club matches, get a bit of game time, some time in the middle. So just similar.
R. Ashwin is a classic example. Does he leave any opportunity?
Sehwag also doing it.
I give an example because I played a match. I remember Shoaib Malik when he was married to Sania Mirza, so he would be here. He was out of the Pakistan team. He was trying to make a comeback, but I'm sure he came to India to visit the family, right? He would find. So there was this one day I went to play a match. We were asked to play a club match, and that club, Shoaib Malik was playing. He played the match against us. Why did he play? It's a local corporate level match because he would be like, rather than just sitting or just doing nets, if I go there, face some balls in the middle, hit, score. So he kept himself busy in that time that he was out of favor from the Pakistani. And he made a comeback after that. So players do that, right? Game time is better than Anything
Must
else?
have been around 15, 16.
Yeah, around that time. You're right. Yes. I went one day because there's a gentleman who would organize matches. So he said we have a match. So we played a few matches for his club, and one day he turned up to play because he would have known him. So there are players. Yeah, they keep playing. I mean, earlier times, if you remember, most of these Indian domestic players had corporate job. So they would turn up because I went a couple of times to see. Indian Airlines used to have a team. A lot of your players
Air
would.
India.
I mean,
This was Air India only.
in the
You know, it was
Mumbai
one point
circuit,
Indian
there would
Airlines.
be so many. I mean, there was, I think, this.
ONGC.
ONGC.
They have so many players.
Yeah.
There was, I think, from one particular academy in Mumbai, from one particular mill, Sungrace Mafatlal, I think they used to. produce
Mafatlal. Yeah, corporate.
Corporate. Yeah.
Reliance.
Yep.
Yeah.
I think Abby was from there.
Reliance.
Abby Kuruvilla. No, Sungrace Mafatlal. He and
He's from
Amol.
Reliance, if I'm not mistaken.
Amol was, I think, from Sungrace.
Maybe.
Maruti as well.
Maruti, I'm not sure, but these are like some big, like Air India, ONGC, Reliance, India Cements. I
Cements,
forget
yes,
India
yes,
Cements
yes.
also.
India Cements. So that's why.
So-
A robust culture was there. The corporate, the domestic system, and all that. You had so many now. Dulip, Deodar, CK Naidu, Vijay Hazare, Esmat, Ranji. But now it's dwindling if you look at it because the calendar is so crammed. You have had changes to the domestic structure in this sense. Next year, India will not have the liberty of so much of breaks.
Yes.
That's the thing. Your Dulip will once again get relegated to where it is now currently because this was the one chance you had after nearly 12 years to having such a big break. Now that chance won't come again next year and 2 years later also. So it's a catch-22. And if Shubman, KL don't perform and Pant also is a very middling thing, I really don't know whether it would have helped them get into Dulip, the mold, if I'm the rhythm at that point in time. So it's a big debate at this point.
Okay, Daniel M from Australia, he says that batsmen need game time. Only fast bowlers deserve rest between test matches. Both Rocco are rusty. Jaiswal will be bunny in Australia, he feels, against better fielder and bowler. Let's answer his question in two parts. The first bit, I think we kind of agreed. In fact, we spent majority of our discussion talking about that. Completely agree. Bowlers, I agree with that, don't deserve game time. I mean, look at Bumrah today. First delivery only right on the money. What a gem he is.
Yes. Freak.
Is he, okay, let me, is he the number one player in Indian cricket at the moment? Forget batter, bowler, anything.
No, world cricket, I think.
No, right now I'm just talking Indian cricket. That will open up another debate.
Definitely.
Number one, like, you know, at one point Sachin was number one. At one point Virat Kohli was number one. If I was to ask you the number one Indian cricketer at the moment,
Hands down.
Jasprit Bumrah?
Yes.
I'll be honest, like I was looking forward to yesterday and I was hoping that India bowl first because my excitement yesterday was only about Jasprit Bumrah bowling with the new ball.
So in terms of stocks, you know, like a share market, price keeps going up and
the
down.
share market's
As
also
I said,
touching an
one time,
all-time high.
Virat was the highest, Sachin was high. So right now in terms of
Upper circuit.
He's the blue chip.
so he's the number one stock
Absolutely.
ahead of stock Kohli and stock Sharma.
Yes.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Ashwin, stock Ashwin.
Yeah.
Number one stock.
Normally, see, these stocks excite us, they give us hopes. Like Sachin gave us hope, Virat gave us hope. Now that hope, that excitement comes only from Jasprit Bumrah. If he is not there, we all say no, the odds. If Bumrah is not there, the odds are very even. If Bumrah is there, it's right up here.
Yeah, good point. Like MS Dhoni was
MS Dhoni.
number one stock at one
We were
point.
calling him the cheat code in this whole month of the T20 World Cup that we saw.
Exactly.
And he continues to be nothing less right now as well.
Cheat code.
Yeah, you have an unfair advantage.
That I heard that that phrase being used during the T20 World Cup. Because that's what is happening. India in trouble, going to lose. Bring him on.
This man,
India's won.
in today's day and age of T20 cricket, where batters, again, 140 is condemnable. You're looking at batters scoring 150, 160, 180. This man, in 6 months of T20 World Cup and the ODI World Cup, has a better economy in the shortest format of the game. 4 point something, how do you do that?
I mean, see, like you expect a 50 or a 100, used to expect 50s, 100s and finishes from Tendulkar, Kohli and Dhoni, right? You expect a great death overs exhibition from Jasprit Bumrah, it's a given. And to do that, and I don't know which Indian bowler prior to Bumrah used to bowl so brilliantly in the death overs. maybe a Venkatesh Prasad or a Manoj Prabhakar of the early 90s or the 2000s. I mean, Prabhakar had a very good Yorker and he would actually.
He would get reverse also.
He would get
And he
reverse.
would get conventional swing.
Prasad with his cutters and all, he would, I mean, the back of the hand cutter was really made patented by Venkatesh Prasad. So, no, not in the league of Jasprit Bumrah. He's next level. So, yep.
No, the death bowling was very different at that time also. Now it's completely changed.
You could compare him with Wasim Akram for death.
Yeah. Okay, his other part of the question was Jaiswal will be bunny in Australia. I'm not sure about that. I'm actually looking forward to watching Jaiswal bat there. He might enjoy the good bouncy
the
pitches.
kind of batting that he does, I think he will like Australia.
You know, in late 90s, like as far as I can remember a few matches, late 90s and early 2000s, if there's anyone who I think I watched, bowl at death for India, I think in some cases I can remember Sachin Tendulkar doing that.
Yeah.
With his medium
He
paces
was a superb death overs bowler. Won you two games here.
Yeah.
93 and
Coca-Cola
96.
Cup. Yeah.
We tend
And
to
also
forget the man has
99
over 200 wickets. Nobody talks about that.
Yeah.
Sachin could do no
He
wrong.
was, I don't know, he was born to play cricket. He is a genius. I mean, it's batting was his primary skill, but he understood the game in every aspect of it. He was like a scientist, right? Who likes to read every bit, conditions, weight of the ball, swing, how is it. Even if he's not bowling, he'll know what to do or tell the bowler.
You know,
Just
initially my
scientist.
first impression, I thought Tendulkar was a bowler. Because in 92, the only glimpses I got of him was bowling.
Yeah.
I thought he was a bowler primarily, not a
He
batter.
batted well as well.
Yeah, he had 250s, I remember.
yeah.
That. But then the first game I saw for India was India-Australia.
But he had played for 3 years by that time. You
I
knew
didn't
he was a
have
batter.
TV, I was too young then.
But a radio commentary, some newspaper articles, you didn't read?
He was too young then.
5 years na, when Tendulkar got that 119. na.
Achha, you were not reading newspapers then. I was so.
Age advantage. No?
Okay, Shubham Garg says, Nikhil, please do a real ball under Rohit Bahar. Joke aside, where that is becoming a consistent feature with Rohit.
For 17 years, he's never overcome that technical deficiency when the ball comes back in. He's never done it. He has to thank his lucky stars. There was not such a good bowling core in the world at that time to exploit it.
No, if Mohammad Asif was bowling,
Oh,
It just took me back to that Lakshman dismissal. That's it.
there was like an off cutter. Like an off spinner won't turn it.
It stayed low, na?
no, that was Tendulkar that stayed
Yeah.
low.
Yeah.
The Lakshman was a.
Asif, Sehwag in cutter through the gate. Lakshman through the gate. Tendulkar.
Mohammad Asif.
Yeah.
He was a terror. I mean, not much pace there.
Forget Asif. Waqar Yunus.
Yeah, Waqar. But I'm saying no, the movement of the pitch that I saw with
Asif.
Asif, nobody else. Movement of the pitch. Waqar had various other skills, pace and reverse swing and so on. But that movement of the pitch, this or this.
Wasim could do it anyway. Come over the wicket, he would get
But
it in round the
again,
wicket.
Wasim could do it in a subtle manner, enough to trouble the batter. But he was also. But Asif, like, extreme, yeah. Like, it would be like, you would feel like it's hit a pebble or something. Like it's not physically possible. Must be a pebble. Usko lag ke it's come in like that.
Biggest regret. I mean, I loved that guy's bowling.
Ruined
action.
his career.
Yeah, seriously.
He's a sharp analyst of the game also. Sometime I've seen.
Oh.
This
Ball.
was the champion.
See this. Off cutter, man.
At 80 miles per hour.
Like an off spinner won't turn it as much.
This is one match that Pakistan should have won.
No, you blame Kamran Akmal, 5 dropped catches plus a run out, which, Watson, is he coming in? Should I wait? He dived and then he didn't with the bails off. Sachin, yeah. But that ball actually didn't keep that low.
Oh, see this one.
Banana.
One is possible. Okay, anyway, more questions. We've got Shubham Garg once again. He says in 2019, VK gave clarification. He walked because of bat clit. It came because of loose bat handle. I remember this. Good point. Replay showed VK checking bat handle in the dressing room.
Now will he
In the
again
dressing
check it?
room, yes. He was doing that. Like that.
I
Yeah.
know.
Yeah.
Maybe
Good point.
checking the bat handle.
Again?
Again.
Yeah.
We were all waiting. In fact, when we all
I
saw
know
it,
the
we
bat manufacturers. I will send them a message. I hope there is no click in the bat. Anyway, everyone keeps asking for his bat, yeah. After that Rinku went viral, somebody else also he gave bat just now. He's very happy. Everyone keeps asking for Akashdeep, I think. Huh. I was reading. Akashdeep also took his bat, thanked him for it. Virat must be asking for extra bat from the manufacturer.
yeah.
Okay, Abhay Sahota says Gill looked really solid and fluent today. Yes,
Fingers crossed.
agreed.
He's becoming second innings skill now.
Second,
Where's second innings Shami?
England, yeah. In the England series, he performed well in the second innings only.
yeah.
Yes. Second innings.
see Dulip Trophy.
Oh.
And his first innings, to be fair to him, was a very innocuous shot. It's not that he got beaten by the ball. It was a
Yeah.
stupid shot, shouldn't have touched it. So really didn't get beaten
Yeah.
like a few other batters who looked inept at that time to deal with that delivery that came to them. That wasn't the case
it
with a Shubman Gill. So yeah. Daniel M says Head and Bumrah are the best all format players in the world right now.
I would disagree with this. In case of Bumrah, definitely, but
Head all
has
format.
its own shortcomings.
Head is only good in
You
ODIs
can't blame an
and
Indian to be thinking like that. You're thinking like very objectively, which is correct.
Yeah.
But if you just put your Indian hat on, then
But
he
see,
does seem like he's the best in every.
I don't even want to go there because the discussion will then shift to maybe November 19th.
No.
Oh,
No,
for that
everyone
date doesn't
forgets
exist now.
WTC final.
No, I'm saying Head is good in Test and ODIs, not so in T20s.
Yeah.
Head is good is only on 19th date of
No, WTC final, sir. He
Yeah.
made you lose. That's what I'm saying. Don't forget.
Exactly.
Just one.
See, T20Is, I know he got that good knock against India, but apart from that, his returns were very meager in that T20 World Cup.
Okay, Rahul says if Jaiswal is going to play like this, just he did in the second innings, mark my words, he will be bunny of Josh Hazelwood in BJP.
That extra bounce across.
No, but also see, I'll tell you, okay, I don't think bounce is an issue for Jaiswal, huh? Let's be honest. What the difference here in pitches like this, what happens is, you're not sure of every ball bouncing. There are some that get that extra bounce and you end up losing your wicket. That doesn't happen in Australia. So mostly in Australia, you are on your back foot, you know that balls are bouncing. So you're prepared much better. Here, you are playing, let's not forget, you're playing in Indian conditions. So you're not really that sure of the bounce and you're not always sitting on your back foot waiting for ball to bounce. And then in that confusion happens where a ball that bounces slightly higher, you go. I don't know. I don't think Jaiswal, the moving ball could still be an issue.
Yeah.
But I don't think bounce will be an issue. Anyway, this
But I
is just
understand where
conjecture.
people have these doubts from because I think the memories of
South
South Africa
Yeah.
still are fresh.
Yeah.
See, but I wouldn't really have too many doubts because the way he played in the first innings, I think it was a very matured knock on a difficult track wherein most of our batters.
Surprisingly, I am not.
Is
still
that
not
because
firing
we
on all
raised
guns
opinion
Is
or?
his allegations correct? I want to know.
No, but I think it's stemming from the fact that we said that the two should have played Dulip Trophy. I think that's where the anger is
So
coming from.
if we wanted them to retire, then I would say don't play Dulip Trophy. Hypothetically, don't play Dulip Trophy because that will help you fail in all test matches and that will bring your retirement earlier. The fact that I am saying that they should have played Dulip Trophy because I am a well-wisher or we are well-wishers that they do well in this test series so that they can serve Indian cricket longer. Why don't you look at that way, Kevin Abraham?
Yep.
Isn't it? If you wanted him to retire, I'd say, yaar, chodo, relax. Come aram se on the morning of the test match, you'll do it. And secretly I'll be happy because they'll get out. Evil laughter
I know. Yeah. Mr. Mogambo, like laughter.
Nahi, please.
No, not Mr. Mogambo. Dong. Dong in Tehelka.
I was saying don't do it here.
I won't do it.
No, why not? I love his mimicry. He's anyway looking for an alternate career, so this could be one. Maybe somebody will see him.
Well,
Dong kabhi wrong nahi hota.
historian.
Though he tried his hand at this career earlier, didn't work out for him.
Which I'm sure that our viewers will get to witness in one of the episodes that we upload soon.
Ah,
Yeah.
Yes,
his
yes.
acting prowess, yes.
Yeah,
In the next episode of the Time Out, where we're talking about our favorite sporting films.
Bollywood
That's
only.
coming your way tomorrow, Saturday, it's a weekend program. So in that, yeah, Sid has done his. You.
Not that. That I will be in trouble if I do that.
Something he has done.
See, I'll be sued for personality infringement. Na? Copyright infringement is a person. I'll be mimicking someone else who actually did the first time.
Imposters get a free run at times.
Okay, Prakash Jha is saying, Nikhil sir, if there are two students, one prepares hard but fails and the other doesn't even prepare and fail.
He's been watching too much of Kota Factory.
So what does he mean? One prepares hard but failed and the other doesn't even prepare and fail. So he's saying basically at the moment the Indian batting lineup are two students.
Yeah.
One have prepared hard and yet are failing. The others did not prepare and are still failing. So do whatever you may like. You are going to destined to fail.
So the
No,
thing
Prakash, don't be so downcast
Right.
and yeah, it's very tough to figure out. Seen that replay multiple times.
Yeah. So he's been watching too much of Kota Factory. Fail.
I
IIT.
haven't watched it.
So have you, I can
No,
say.
I know what the series is about. I haven't watched it, but I know it's about
I know
these
the
I've seen
coaching
outline.
centers.
Yeah.
all the 3 seasons I watched it. So it's a very good series.
Where does he get the time in this world? See, first he has to single-handedly run Sports Today, which he does. Then he has to single-handedly run 3 other platforms in our office. Then he has to.
Watch chess.
No, then he has domestic work to do, dropping kid to school and doing so many. Then he has to watch all the highlights
Yeah.
of old matches, and then he gets time to watch OTT also.
So that's
I think he doesn't sleep.
That is also true.
I think he doesn't.
My mailbox tells me at times.
One important you forgot. Meeting greetings with goodie friends.
No, meetings though you also do, Shivam. I have also seen you do meetings. So everyone does meetings. No.
मेरे पास आते हो
That doesn't matter. Meeting is meeting. Somebody came to you and doesn't matter. So that everyone, that little bit meeting, everyone is. But he has to do so much more. Yet he finds time to do OTT. I'm amazed. I think he doesn't sleep. He is busy 24 hours. Only then you can pack in so many things.
He's my guru in
5-6 hours of sleep. Unfortunately.
5-6 भी नहीं. I think
5,
less than
6. So that you need more than that.
I do. That's
Okay. Sarat Chandra says, Nikhil sir, is Rohit's form that worrying question mark? Last 2 ODI series, 250s, last test series, 100 and a 15 last 4 innings. One bad test or a real big worry sign. Thoughts on UCL match? Lameen is a star. By the way, as much as it pains me to say this, but I did not see the match last night. I watched all the La Liga game because it was too late at night and we have to be up for the test match.
Yes.
And unlike Siddharth, I cannot work with 5 hours sleep. I need 8 hours of sleep. So I missed the match. I slept early. But I will look at it earlier. But yeah, question mark. Is Rohit in that contention that his form is a worry that you need to talk about it?
I think I saw good temperament from him in the England series. I saw a gritty couple of knocks over there. He gives me more confidence as compared to some of the other Indian batters right now.
I'll wait for the end of the India series, home series, then I'll take a
But yeah, I don't think so. I
But
think
then it's an
just-
easy call and we all can
Yeah.
take a call.
No,
I think
supposing if
it's
he
just
Then what?
Supposing he gets run, then he'll not be a
No,
worry.
no, no.
If he
Hindsight
doesn't get
expert.
runs,
supposing he gets runs in only 2 tests but then fails in 3, then you'll have to look
Yeah.
at the entire holistic one. Again they'll say, oh, you're jumping the gun after only 1 test match and only 1 innings.
no, so we're
That's
not
also a
jumping.
problem. So
Okay, Priyanshu says Rohit Virat were clearly rusty. Virat did the hard job but missed an opportunity. Now hope that Rocco gained some form in Kanpur. Otherwise, again, wait till 16th October versus New Zealand. Gill always bats better in the second innings. Yeah, that is something Gulati pointed out.
second innings.
Second innings Gill. But yeah, I mean, nothing more to add in what you're saying. Naman Kantpal says, hi guys, on that in-swinging deficiency, why do most players have it? Even greats like Dravid, Ponting, Lakshman, Dean Jones, wouldn't the batsman always play for the incoming one but Steyn had an away one? I mean, that's an interesting point, Naman Kantpal, but I tell you what, typically, and I've spoken to a lot of test batters, you're right that most test batters are programmed to be just looking at the, see when you're struggling against seaming delivery, not so much as swinging delivery because swing is early to to get, but mostly seam bowlers that get the ball to move after pitching and don't give you too much of an idea with the swing up front. Those are tough. So what do? You always play for the incoming ball because that helps you guard your stumps, and that's what you need to do. Outgoing ball is not a worry because you'll miss it by a mile if you play in the line or you look for just the incoming ball. Outgoing, it will make you look stupid because you'll be so far away from the ball, but you still won't be out, and that's the one thing that most batters do follow. You're right, but then again, because in the day and age where Test cricket has become a bit fast, where batsmen have become more busy, just by nature, you are getting a lot of runs. That whole thing of standing, for over after over, it's okay if you're looking foolish, also has gone out. You've gotten used to, maybe it's because of the white ball influence, that you've gotten used to getting back to ball. It's a normal thing. While slight change does happen from white ball to red cricket, which each of them make, but overall I'm saying, and in that scenario, it's very tough then to be prepared for just the incoming ball. Then the odd one which comes in more than the others will surprise you. If not the bat, it will catch you on your pad. So that will always be a problem. And why outgoing looks or is more effective, it's not that that's the weakness, because more often than not it's the in-swinger or the ball seaming in that will get the wicket. Outswingers don't, so just mix it. It's not that, but it's the outswinger that creates the doubt, which helps the in-swinger then to get you a wicket.
Because what I've been told is that if the ball is swinging away, generally the first major thing that the batters look for is knowing where the off stump is also. So you're much more programmed to ensure that you practice on not getting the outside edge. But you don't focus so much on the inside edge also. That's why you're much more vulnerable to the ball coming in nowadays. That's the thing that I've been told about it.
Yeah.
You program yourself at know where your off stump is, know where. Now that unfortunately means your outside edge will be much more focused.
But see, that's what I'm saying. I'm just talking about how our coaches going up at the junior level would be telling you, because they would say that just look for the ball inside. But I remember programming yourself that every time it's in that corridor of uncertainty, you are just looking for the ball coming in. If it's going out, it's okay. You may look foolish, a bat is there, the ball gone that far, but it's okay. Nobody really, scream from the outside that you are, what are you doing? It's okay. 1 over, 2 overs, multiple overs have gone by. Till the time he brings it in, you're not even touching it. And it was okay to do that. I'm saying over the years it's changed. You naturally become, I'm not saying aggressive, but busier batters. As soon as you become busier batter, because you're also, see, at that time you're not looking to get runs. So every time it's going there, you're not looking to get runs. Runs were actually seemed, honestly saying, at least me growing up age group cricket, runs were a byproduct. In the 3-day matches we played, run was a byproduct. Your job was only to stay at the crease. And if runs came, that's great at whatever pace they came. But now runs are not they are the main aim. It's not how long, even in long format, even in junior cricket, if you see now the pace at which. So you're asked to go get runs, loose ball has to be punished. Earlier that wasn't even the case. What loose ball, whatever, you're not punishing anything. In fact, I'm not kidding. There were a lot of times a full toss was sometimes just returned back to the bowler with a good defense. A full toss. Right now, can you imagine? Your eyes light up, you're playing red ball cricket, full toss, you see you have to wait. And in case you don't, even if you're playing under 15, 16 right now, and full toss, if you give it respect and return the ball, you will get abuses from the outside. Kya kiya, ek ball mili. That's changed. The whole mindset is completely changed.
So,
freaking awesome.
Including this test, 8 tests remaining this year for India. If India wins 7 out of 8 tests, it will be a world record. Because no team has won more than 11 tests in a year. India had won 9 in a year. Wow.
He's a brother from another mother.
Yep.
Bringing in stats like Sydney Wood.
So, 4 they won against England. 1 versus South Africa this time. If they win 2 plus 3, it will be 10. But they'll win more than 11.
Yeah, exactly. Because including this one is not 8, including this is 10, na?
Yeah.
So they'll win more if that's the case. So it'll be 10, then they'll play 4 tests later on against Australia, November to December. The next test is in 2025. So 14 more tests around.
So he's saying calendar year wise. So, but no, maybe he's right. No, you'll have just the New Year's test then.
Yeah,
4
that's
would have
it.
been played. 4, 3 and 1.
So 4 plus
Four-
5, 9. You already played 5 versus England. So 15 tests overall.
Yeah.
You won 1 plus 4, 5. You may win 5.
9.
You also won one against South Africa, na?
So
9
that's
here.
what I mean.
Ah.
1 plus 4, 5. Then if you win 5 more at home, this one will be 10. Na?
Yeah.
Then if you win 1 or 2 more against
Australia.
you've got 11 or 12. Na?
Yeah.
Okay, last couple of questions. Anshu says, Sid GPT, please answer this question. Which bowler bowled the first ball in Ranji Trophy in 1934? This was also asked in Kaun Banega Crorepati. That man played well but then quit.
I'll also quit. I mean,
Answer, which bowler bowled the
First
first in
ball
Ranji Trophy in
1934.
1934?
I won't even waste a lifeline on this one.
I mean, look, it has to be one of. Was that guy who took 5 wickets?
Shakti, no, there was
Wasn't he that the guy who took 5 wickets for India at Lords in in the inaugural test that happened? Was it Kota Ramaswamy?
No.
Okay, we'll get back to you
We'll
on
get
that
back to
one.
that, okay.
So that says, Nikhil sir, some Santosh Kashyap is appointed Indian women's coach. No disrespect, but why not a good international coach? Women easily have more global pedigree and more chances to make the World
He's
Cup.
talking about, I think, football.
Ah,
Yeah. He's talking about football.
okay. Again, so that I'll check, but you're right. Actually, the Indian women's team is ranked higher than the men's team in football.
Yes.
But can I be honest? AIFF is in a lot of mess. I mean, it's not been managed as well as it should be Indian football per se.
Especially after the Steamach fiasco.
No, before that
Before
one.
that also,
Before
yes.
that,
Yep.
yep. So things need to be. Okay, AS is asking your top 5 cricketers overall. His is SRT.
Kapil Dev, Virat Kohli, Anil Kumble, Sunil Gavaskar.
So my fans gotta get Dhoni over Kumble, even though Dhoni wasn't great in Test as a.
And T20 as a batter.
Okay, top 5 cricketers of all time. But just Indian, na?
Just
Acha,
Indian.
okay.
Sachin, Kapil Dev, Sunil Gavaskar, Virat, and Anil Kumble.
Okay. In no particular order, Sachin, Kapil Dev, MS Dhoni, and Zahir Khan and Anil Kumble.
Good call, Zahir Khan. Very good call.
I'll go with, again, no particular order, but Sunny Gavaskar, Kapil Dev, Sachin Tendulkar, MS Dhoni, Virat Kohli.
I'm gonna go Sunny Gavaskar, Kapil Dev, Sachin Tendulkar, 3 without doubt. But now it gets tough. But I'm going Yuvraj Singh
Oh,
and tough. Yeah, it's a tough one between Virat and Dhoni now. I'll go Virat Kohli.
Okay.
yeah, Yuvraj,
Tough one.
fantastic. Our best match winner, the greatest match winner we've ever had.
And he's the only one I've picked without great test credentials, because everyone else, my
Exactly
first
my
thing in
point.
my mind was
Exactly.
yeah, but then that would have been an issue with Dhoni as well.
Dhoni as well.
So I thought about it. I thought about it because for me the number one thing was like, if you're not great in tests, you're not coming in my top 5, no matter what. But then I had to make an exception for either UV or Dhoni. I've just gone with a better player. If I'd gone with a better captain, could have gone Dhoni.
I was conflicted between Kumble and Bhagwat Chandrasekhar. Because Chandrasekhar played a big role in India's first overseas wins. If you look at it.
Correct. But then I mean, they would have been. It just opens up the debate for including Zahir as well, or for that matter,
Javagal Srinath.
even a Bedi.
Bedi, Vishan Singh
Yeah,
Bedi. Yeah.
so
Maybe other
too
members
many.
of that quartet as well.
Too many. Yeah, it's a tough call. So. Oh, who knows? Bumrah might be there. You're right.
Yeah.
If he's hit 5 years down the line, who knows?
He's already getting there.
Bumrah makes the cut.
He's already getting there as one of the best.
Yeah, I agree. Okay, any more questions or can we wind up?
Shivam Dubey has already liked the post.
Okay.
MJ Gopalan. Oh yes, after the Gopalan Trophy, that's named Sri Lanka versus the South. If you look at the southern states, they used to play before they got Test status. There was the Gopalan Trophy that used to be held.
Okay, on that note, final question. Piyush Nandre wants to know, is New Zealand messing up the WTC final chances?
I think so, because they have squandered the advantage versus Sri Lanka at
Yeah,
ball. I
the
mean,
last I read, saw the scores were 153 for 2, Sri Lanka.
plus a lead of 100 plus now. And
Yes,
it's-
118 at that time.
And it's going to get even more tougher in the fourth innings at Gaul when you have the legend of Prabhat Jayasuriya in the.
Oh.
Yeah, he's the Gaul legend.
Legend.
About nearly 60-70% of his wickets are in Gaul only. The rest all is okay.
Call legend.
Gaul legend, Prabhat Jayasuriya. Another Gaul legend is in the New Zealand team. Rangana.
Arey Rangana, they were showing a stat today where Jadeja is one of the top left-arm spinners ever, but he's nearing 300.
Yeah.
On the top of the pile sits a Rangana.
93 tests, 433 wickets.
It's really faggot of his career.
Yeah,
What is
yeah.
the man doing?
For 11 years he was
Yeah.
under Muralidharan.
Yeah.
And then to make that comeback for 9 years and
I agree.
seriously.
I agree. Okay, thank you. We can't answer all your questions. Maybe tomorrow we'll do that. But thank you for your company. Do like our video, please, and do send us your feedback, good, bad, whatever it is. In the comment section. Look forward to your company tomorrow, day 3 of the Test match. One word answer. Result tomorrow, or we're going to day 4?
Day 4.
Day 4.
Just about 1 hour of day 4.
Yeah, I think I'm with him. Maybe just about start of day 4. It'll be done. Anyway, do check out our weekend programming. Multiple videos will be coming. Our episode, which is Time Out, will be out. Sportail will be out. All of that over the weekend.
True.
Indeed.
Oh, we are on Instagram and Facebook. Please do check out our videos there.
Yep.
We are also live on Facebook simultaneously as we are on
Exactly.
YouTube.
So, bye-bye, Nandri, Shubhratri, Shabba Khair. Eat your vegetables. Shashwat Sundar, don't trouble your mother.
We'll also be going to bring the Dulip trophy
Dulip,
coverage.
yep.
shortly.
And Chess Olympiad also towards the night.
Yep.
Bye-bye.